Hi guys, welcome to this new video. I guess it's a new series that starts because I actually did one video like this with Starfield recently, and yeah, it's just an overview of the photo mode of a new game. And today we are gonna check Lords of the Fallen that is just released few hours ago. It's still to be released on PC for some region, including mine. So I'm playing on PS5 right now, and I really wanted to show you some stuff that I'm super happy with. So let's dive into it. I'm gonna try to keep this short. I just did a record, and it was a pretty long episode actually, and I noticed that my mic was not working, so I have to do it all over again. So I'm gonna try to shorten this and to show you some cool stuff. So let's go with continue. Lords of the Fallen, Souls-like. I hope if you're here, you just heard about the game. So all right, first of all, as usual, we're gonna check how to enter the photo mode, which is in this game pretty bad, to be honest. So you have to go to the main menu, like pause menu, but in Souls games, you know, it's not a pause, so you're actually in the middle of the gameplay, so it's dangerous and stuff. And then you have to press the left stick, and then you're in the photo mode. So obviously that's not perfect because you will miss a lot of action shots and stuff like this. It will be complicated to do those. Another thing that is a bit complicated because of this, in this game you switch between two realms, the shadow one, if you will, the umbral, and the light one, with using a lamp that will show you different, you know, the environment changes. Like here it's open and now it's closed, right? So the problem is if you want to take this type of shot with just the umbral window in the light of the lamp, it's really hard because when you open the pause menu, which is not paused again, the lamp is not active anymore. You cannot have it. So you actually need to do a trick like, let me show you. This portal like this, you cannot go through the normal realm, and in the umbral realm you can, right? So if you want to take a shot with this, oh no, you need to be super fast at opening the photo mode, but then you lose the light effect. So at some places it's doable. I'm gonna show you a shot I managed to take, but yeah, it's complicated. It's not ideal, honestly. They should have done this a bit differently. But that being said, let's check the actual photo mode stuff because there is one really amazing feature that you will love, guys. So let me put my character here. You'll see that placing the character is probably the most important when you want to use this feature I'm going to talk about. So now you open the photo mode, and you know you have the free camera, really cool. You can go around the character, no problem, up, down. So no problem at all. The range is not great. As you can see, it's the maximum range right now. It's not terrible either, but yeah, once you open your FOV, you can still get some pretty cool stuff, but it could have been a bit more. But okay, let's sleep on this. So you go around and you access the camera mode, if you will, where you move your camera, and then you can access the edit mode with all the features. We will talk about those features in a bit, filters and stuff like this. But still, first I want to show you something else. In all the button mapping that you have down there, it's all in French because my PS5 is in French. I'm sorry about that. I didn't change it for the video. You have a 3D picture or photo. I don't know how it's called in English. It's photo 3D in French, but whatever. So I was like, what? What the fuck is this? I have no idea. So you press the left stick, just like if you want to enter in the photo mode. And what does it do is this. Look. It creates pretty quick, very quickly actually, new 3D picture saved, it says. So, okay, you're like, okay, what is it? I was expecting something with 3D effects, or I don't know. But actually what it does is a bit different. You can now go out of the photo mode, you can play your game, and you can keep the flow if you are in a tense action, if you are in the moment where you don't have time to work on your shot, or you don't, you know, it takes time, so you want to try different stuff and you can't, you can just go and play your game. And then once you're done, you leave the game, you go back to the main menu, right? And in the main menu, you can go to photo 3D or 3D picture, again, whatever it's called in English. And then you have the list of every single one you took, and I already took a lot. So you have the thumbnail and you have the date to know which one it is. So let's check the last one, which is the one I just took, and you can go to modify 3D picture, and then you're back to exactly the place where you created the 3D picture. It's not just a picture. You are actually back in the scene, and it's loading all the world around, and you can move your camera in it. You cannot move your character in it except for the rotation, which is one of the features of the photo mode, but you cannot move the character. So that's why it's very important from the gameplay part to be sure to take to put your character in the place where you think it will be cool for creating pictures. All right, and then, well, you actually can play with everything in the photo mode, so you can go with the filters and everything that we will go through in a minute. But that's not it. There's more. Guys, there's more. So one thing that you cannot do in game and you can do in this mode is to change the world. So you can go from the Axiom world, which is the light world we are in right now. Let me place my character to something cool. All right, and then you can change for Umbral world by one button pressure. It takes time to adjust the light and stuff, but once you are in this world, you can actually play with the photo mode again. You can get some pretty freaking pictures from that, like really. And you know, you can go and check every detail, every difference between each world. You can switch from one to the other like as easily as this. How cool is that? So I'm gonna be able to show you some shots, some comparison shots, and then just let's talk about the photo mode itself, right? The settings, let's check them all because they are really cool. So you have the filters, really cool filters. So I mean, you have to check them in different spaces, different areas, and different lighting to appreciate them all. But yeah, I think there are some cool ones to work with, like this one, probably. Then filter intensity as well, so that's dope. You need this brightness, pretty good. Temperature, so you can change the temperature key of the shot. One thing that is missing in this photo mode cruelly is that you cannot reset one setting or even just all the settings. You cannot reset. You need to close the photo mode and open it again. Tint. Yeah, okay. You know, like basically you have a Photoshop here, or that is really useful. White balance, again, very nice. You can play on 3 different settings: saturation, contrast, and gamma. And each of those you can play with the intensity of the saturation, for instance. All right. And you can play with the RGB curve, red, green, blue curves, all separates. For, let me show you one that is actually like showing a big difference with gamma, for instance. You can really fine-tune your tints, and that's amazing. We have this in Mortal Shell because I don't understand why Photomod don't have this basically, but here it's even better because you can play on different like settings. It's great to have this, believe me. The focus thing is a bit weird, to be honest. Sorry. You have the autofocus feature. You know what? I'm not gonna dive too much into this one because I'm still trying to figure out some ways to use it properly. It's a bit confusing. I guess somehow you can have some cool results, but honestly, it's a bit confusing. So there's stuff that I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's bugs or, you know. But okay, there is stuff to discover here. Sorry. Then you have the chromatic aberration, and the problem here is that I took it off of my game, in the settings of the game, which is cool that you can. But then you don't have it anymore in the photo mode. So yeah, I'm not sure. I might turn it on again in the game if it's not too strong, and then have it in the photo mode when you need it, which is really rare for me, but you know, sometimes you need it. So chromatic aberration and the strength of it, I guess. And then you have the grain. That is the same problem. If you took it off, you don't have it anymore in the photo mode. And then you have the vignette that is not off by default, so don't forget to take it off if you don't want it in the game, in your shot. Sorry. But yeah, it's not too strong. It's okay. It's okay. I like it off anyways. You can then hide the UI, the AI. Sorry, the enemies. So let's check with this one. Yep, you hide it, no problem. It's all of them or none of them. You cannot hide one of them. So if you have 4 guys in the place, 4 guys will disappear if you hide it. Then you can change from player 1 to, I guess, player 2 if you are in multiplayer. So if you are in multiplayer, I guess I haven't tried it yet, but you take a 3D shot with your pal, and then you have the guy in the picture here. Again, probably not able to move it, but yeah. So you can select one or the other, and then you can, for instance, rotate the guy or make it facing the camera. You can hide the guy. For some reason, it doesn't work here, and in my earlier shooting, that was the same problem, so I'm not sure why. Is it a bug, or is it because of the position of the guy, the place I went? I'm not sure. It did work at some point for me earlier, but just right now it doesn't work, so I'm not sure why. You can rotate the character, as I said. So you have the camera here. It's supposed to face the camera, which is not the case, so I'm confused about this. But you can rotate the guy manually. It's a bit slow, but yeah, you can do a full 360 rotation with the guy, so that's cool. Again, quite limited, because I wish you could move it like in Cyberpunk or Deathloop, but you know, it's still there. Then you have this image stuff. I'm not sure how they have it in English, but it's weird to have image in French. It's basically the aspect ratio. What they did here is interesting. You choose between horizontal or vertical, and then you adjust it as you wish, like you want. So it's not like fixed aspect ratios. Interesting. Why not? Why not? And then you can change the color of the bounds, so you can have them white or whatever color you want because of this RGB or GB, sorry, settings. So okay, pretty cool. I guess I'm not used to use this, but it's nice to have this. Then finally you have the logo, which is weird because look at this. You can change the size, you can change the angle, make it vertical, horizontal, pretty cool. You can move it right, left, up, down. All right. Thing is, weird thing is the size. So this is the default size, this is the smallest size, and this is the biggest size. This. Pretty useless for me to have this small, big logo. I mean, if you want to use a logo, I guess I'm not using them a lot, but I guess it's to give the, you know, poster feeling, or I don't know. commercial official artwork or whatever. That's more, you know, it's a lot of missed opportunities. So I don't know, maybe they should fix this and make it, you know, take the full screen if you want. Why not? You cannot change the color of the logo either, so it's, you cannot really play with those bands. You know, if you want the white bands and the dark black logo on it, you can't. So yeah, not perfect. But again, nice to have some stuff like this, I guess, for people. That's it. That's pretty much it. Once you're done with your composition and settings and shot, and you want to take your shot, then it's just like a normal screenshot. You just press your screenshot stuff button, and it's done. And you can go out of the mode and go back to game and take a shitload more 3D environment. So I really appreciate that it doesn't break the flow of the game. I know some people are you know, sensitive to this for the Souls-like games because it's hard games and you need time to think through your shots and stuff. So rhythm-wise, it's a bit annoying sometimes. Then with this, you're totally free to just save a location, if you will. If you think it looks so cool and stuff, just be careful where you place your character so you don't regret afterward. And then go on with your killings and enjoy both games, and then play with your photo mode once you have time. That's it, guys. Lords of the Fallen, PS5, PC, Xbox. There are some issues on Xbox, I heard. So far, I'm really in the tutorial area. On PS5, it's butter smooth. It's loading perfectly, like no problem at all technically. So I don't know about later, and I hope it will be fixed on the platforms that needs to be fixed. But I love it, and I'm gonna shoot the hell out of it. Guys, I'll see you. If you don't know me, if you stumble upon this video because you like Lords of the Fallen, find me on Twitter, sorry, on X, whatever, Shinobi_space. You find me, you have a ton of in-game pictures, lots of games, lot of pictures daily. We love virtual photography in this. You can check out the channel, obviously subscribe if you are new. We talk everything about photo mode. We have a series, we dive into photo mode and give advices to developers to make future photo modes better. Check this out, guys, and keep snapping. Bye.